A week's worth of lesbian jokes in one day to celebrate Lesbian Visibility Week because I got the dates wrong and I thought it was this week. Let's go. Oh, and just to be clear, I did not write any of these jokes. I'm just telling them to you now. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur? A lickalotopus. What did the lesbian vampire say to the other lesbian vampire? See you next month. My lesbian friend said it's been so long since she made love to another woman that she worried she wouldn't remember how. I told her not to worry. It's just like riding a dike. Okay, this one's a limerick. 2 lesbians north of the town made 69 love on the ground. Their unbridled lust leaked out on the dust and made so much mud that they drowned. More than halfway through now. Onward! What do you call a lesbian with 8 girlfriends? An octopus? The lesbians next door bought me a Rolex for my birthday. I think they misunderstood when I said I want a watch. All right, this last one's a little longer, and you're absolutely going to figure out the punchline before I'm done, but please just let me tell it. I like this joke. Okay, so an old cowboy goes into a Starbucks, right, and he orders himself a coffee. And he sits down and he's sipping his coffee, and a woman sits down next to him, and she turns to him and says, "Are you a real cowboy?" And he says, "Well, I'm not going to try and do an accent. I'm going to spare us all that. Well, I've spent my life, breaking colts and working cows and going to rodeos and fixing fences and pulling calves and baling hay." He goes on for a minute about more very, very stereotypical cowboy stuff, and I'll spare us that as well. But when he's done, he says, "Well, I've done all that stuff, so I guess, yeah, I'm a cowboy." She thinks about it for a second and she says, "Well, I'm a lesbian. I spend my whole day thinking about naked women. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I think about naked women. When I shower, I think about naked women. When I watch TV, I think about naked women. Seems like everything makes me think about naked women." So they both sit there and think about that for a second, and another person sits down on the other side of the old cowboy. And they turn to the cowboy and they say, "Are you a real cowboy?" And he says, "Well, I always thought I was, but I just found out I'm a lesbian."